All right, we're back with Reezug. Definitely the better version of Geth, and the deck is different enough to where I think I'm gonna give this a shot. So we're not all in on this strategy, but every creature we're running is kind of fine as an artifact, right? Like Opheomancer, Jadar, not Murderous Rider, but Twilight Prophet, obviously the big things here, Gristlebrand, Platinum Angel, Shieldred, excellent as just lingering artifacts that sit there that just do something, because otherwise there's no point in doing this. Bowmasters even, like imagine Bowmasters as an artifact, your opponent just really can't do anything about it, and it's just sitting there. I think that's kind of funny. So, we have a ton of tutors, but this time I have a bunch of sweepers because I'm not really trying to play to the board, and if my creatures are dying over and over, it's not really that big of a deal. Reezug costs 2 instead of 3, which is massive. It makes Mox Amber better as well. We also have what do we have? We have Sanguine Bond and Exquisite Blood. This is a combo. Whenever you gain life, they lose life. Whenever they lose life, gain life. So it goes back and forth. It's between just 2 5-mana enchantments. So what's nice about that is it's hard to interact with because they're not creatures. Creatures being above and beyond the easiest thing you can deal with. So how do we start that loop? Well, there's a bunch of random stuff splashed in the deck that can trigger that infinite loop once I've put them in play, but I don't see a reason to run some third piece of this to guarantee it goes off right when I play the second one. I don't think that's... 3-card combos are a lot different than 2-card combos, right? So if they're just sitting in play and my opponent just has to... We're playing a waiting game until, now the game is about me trying to trigger the chain. I think that's a lot better than like, oh, this third card I can do whatever with. And again, there's plenty of that in the deck that could start the chain, right? Like the gaining life on this would do it. Stuff like that. Like smacking my opponent in the face, right? There's plenty of ways. Also, this makes it an artifact, unlike Geth. So again, Platinum Angel is not just coming out of my graveyard to die, it's a source to plowshares. It can actually protect itself as removing its worst characteristic, that being it actually is a creature. I really like that. I also have Mirror Shield and Swiftfoot Boots. Reezug is a nice thing to protect, but if the front half of this is also decent to protect, I'm willing to give that a shot. No Grave Pact this time. It wasn't very good last time, and I don't think it's much different here either, so I'm not going to try it. Malakir Rebirth still in here. No Davriel and no One Ring. I think Davriel is a little weak when I can't really protect it and the game isn't super about him, so I'm kind of off him currently, unless the strategy is slower, and I don't think it is in this instance. The One Ring is just slow, and we now have Necropotence, so I've kind of made that argument already. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, Angel of Suffering. This one's kind of funny. So when you get smacked, you just mill instead of take the damage. It's kind of cool. You're not really ever gonna mill out. Your opponent has to hit you for like 60, so this effectively triples your life total, sort of. You can look at it like that. Obviously, milling yourself is pretty cool when you have Reezug in play, and you can reanimate something spicy. And this as an artifact is even funnier, because if your opponent can't interact with it, you're just immune to damage as you just have this sitting as an artifact. I think that just seems funny to me, but I don't know. We'll see if it ever happens. That is about it, I think. Yep, like, comment, subscribe. Let's see how we do this time. Let's roll. Alright, I've never lost a game where I had turn 1 Dark Ritual, so I guess I'll just take that. Just do this again. Black Market Connections is very sketchy early, but you know what? It is extremely powerful. If I can get Angel of Suffering in play and they have no answer to it, maybe I can win with that. Yep, alright, cool. See? It's too good. Nothing matters. Oh, good old Reezug, yeah. Jeez. I have Shieldred. Beseech Shieldred is actually kind of fine. And then I can Reezug said Beseeched Shieldred. That is a real... This and Ophiomancer are like the best cards for their commander. It's unfortunate. Maybe I just Beseech Language? No, I don't have Language. Okay, so it's like just Cruxifate. Yeah, the fact that this zombie repeats itself is completely disgusting, so... I probably don't have time to play the game anymore. I don't know. I have no idea what I could possibly draw or do to come out of this. I tutor for Cruxifate, I guess, because that's like the only option. Well, I'm tutoring for something. Shieldred in play does not seem like a good idea. Yep, I guess that's my. I guess we're just doing that. I don't think there's an alternative here. I'd love to see a treasure token. Well, wait, it doesn't do anything but a treasure token. Never mind. That is good. No one drop, please. Good, 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 good. So we play you. We kill your thing. Again. I can play Craggy Waggy. And then leave up Heartless Act. I don't see a reason to play Reezug. Callous Blood Mage. Okay. Fair enough. I think I will kill it. Oh, look, it's Ophiomancer, the card I literally said I don't ever want to see. That's funny. There's the other really good one, so I guess that's out of the way now. So I can Beseech the Mirror for... See, I have 6. If I bargain, it has to be 4 or less. Let's get something. I feel like bargaining just makes sense. This just feels like the only reason we'll take. And I don't want to get rid of my tutor. And it doesn't save this Liliana anyways, so that's fine. I don't know. Doesn't save it, and I really can't afford... I could have, like, pitched a land, but that doesn't feel great either. Beginning of your end step, sack an artifact, creature, enchantment. Okay. Can I respond to this trigger? Oh. Oh, okay. That's not really at all what I expected my opponent to do, not gonna lie. Okay, I don't have a second creature or anything. I can... Let's see how my opponent blocks. I can go get a 5-mana card off of this Shieldred here. Okay. This is probably as good as it's going to get for me. I actually really like this here. I get the last card out of my opponent's hand too, so fine. Yep. So how do we treat our braids here? Land? Whoa. That's not at all what I anticipated. Not gonna lie. Okay, I'm gonna cash this in, see what my opponent does. Okay, so they had to do that, otherwise there's 8 cards, and then I can flip this, and then they're in a pickle. So let's go get Shieldred again. and make them sacrifice their Nyx thingy to lose that, I guess. It's fine. Doesn't feel great, but this also isn't a permanent answer because, again, I'm pretty sure I can just loop my... Maybe I can't actually loop this. Might not be able to do that. Is still doing lands? What? I'm so confused. Okay, well, I mean... Fine. Let's go tutor for, I don't know. This? It's a 4/4 lifelinker, and it can mill something for Reezug, so why not? Oh, that was really good for my opponent. Like, insanely good. Hopefully there's no punish. Well, I mean, there's not any element of punish in this instance, actually. So how much mana does this cost to flip? 5? Alright. Opponent put enough cards in the graveyard. We're just going to do this now. Should probably kill their commander. They could die to Shieldred if they're not careful. And I'm not very close to dying out of nowhere, even with a Blood Artist in play. Okay, lose another 4. Okay, so this can draw a bunch of cards, but they don't get access to those cards. And then they have to immediately do something impactful, or they're just dead to Shieldred, so... What do we have here? Notably, my opponent has no more draw step either because of Shieldred. I have no target for Reezug. And I guess I can swing. Do I? It puts them to 7. They block. They go back up. I go down 1. No, I don't think I swing. I'll just put a 4/4 lifelinker in play. And I'll put, like, something like this in my graveyard. Because if my opponent doesn't win immediately. Like, this is the turn they have to do something, or they're just dead, basically, so. Can they do it? Also, there was no reason to attack, because they were just going to do that in response anyways. Okay, down to 6. You can't tap the 1 ring, and you don't have a draw step. Okay, this makes it so they can tap the 1 ring, because they gain a life. It's not enough. Alright. They found a way to also sacrifice something before the Lamia would hit them. But now I have access to really good stuff that just comes in play right now. Yeah. Oh, what a game. What a game. That was crazy. That opener from them made me feel like I had no chance too. I came into this very pessimistic, but the Crux of Fate was the right call there, and it just panned out good. A very difficult to deal with Shieldred, right? Braids was probably one of the only things they could have ever have had to stop it, and well, we got past that, right? What is this stupid thing? 6 cards, Angel, Demon, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so, yeah, fine. So close. Sure. I don't have a board wipe. Well, in this instance, I guess I'll play Arena instead of Sign in Blood. Can always just play this next turn. I'd like to go these two next turn. Okay, one of these is not necessary anymore. That is a little rough to activate, but they are, because Shieldred is very, very good. I get to untap with it. Oh, I also get to, like, Omega punish them with that. Alright, let's do this first. Oh, man, now I kind of wish I didn't. Oh. Alright, I mean, I have to do this, though. There's no way I don't. Yep. Just have to do that. Can't afford to let them easily deal with Shieldred here. I mean, they still have this sweeper, but they do not have... Wait a minute. This doesn't care about giants, does it? Why are they running this board wipe of all the board wipes to run? That's a really weird one. Huh. Okay. Interesting. We're also super close to our seven drops now as well, so this is... We've bought ourselves plenty of time. I would like to play this. I see no answer to a Shieldred as an artifact. So, yeah. Looks kind of weird, but I think this makes the most sense. Secretly giant tribal? Yeah. So the red is dragons, the white is angels, and the black is demons. So it's got those three tribes, I guess. But they're still playing giants, I guess. I don't know. That's weird. There's plenty of sweepers I could run that might just be running all of them. I don't really know what this means. Look at the top 6, and you only get 1, right? Yeah. Restoration Angel. They have a land, too. Oh, they don't leave up Restoration Angel. Never mind, they already play a land. I'm stupid. Never listen to me. Okay, so Shieldred is very good. So let's do that again. And then I'll kill this, I guess. Although it isn't actually doing anything. Maybe I just play this and... Fine. I mean, fine. They can put the Ember Cleave on it, and it's just, like, damage that I don't have to take. Alright, come on. Reezug, Shieldred. No way out of this, right? You're Mardu. All the white cards, there's no answer to artifacts, right? Literally impossible. That's right. Yeah, read it. Read it and weep. Opponent, I really need this win, so if you could just give up, I would really appreciate it. My hand is literally Omega stacked, too. I can plus away Gristlebrand and then just get it. My hand is just stupid stacked right now. Okay, there goes that. I don't even know if they can afford to swing, because this puts them to 8 when I swing with this. I don't know if I agree with that. Oh, look at all this life gain. My opponent can't stop me from gaining. Oh. Alright, so hard casting Gristlebrand is always great, but we don't have to do that. We can just do this instead. Actually, I can do this and mill over a 3-mana card that's problematic. I'm going to do this just because I want more Reezug activations. So if you don't agree with me, you can fight me. But yeah, we want this. That's what we want. Look at that. Orcish Bowmasters as an artifact. Oh man, I love it. Yeah. Alright. Draw multiple cards now. Oh, this is, yes. Was this correct? I don't know. I mean, there's an argument to not actually casting this, because it could just very easily die. There is certainly logic in not just playing Gristlebrand. But it would draw 40 cards, right? I don't lose life because I have Shieldred, so I would just draw a bajillion zillion. Alright, they're trying to sauce me. Alright, okay, alright. Alright, we'll just play Gristlebrand. We'll just play the Gristle Daddy and draw 400 cards and gain 400 life. Oh man. Oh, this is great. This is fun. Guess we'll keep going till I find a Dark Ritual. I could have done this last turn again, but like I wanted to do this because Reezug is the whole game plan. But we did it. Nice. Another commander I am very unfamiliar with. Oh no, it's this thing. Okay. Belay my last. Okay, if I ever find a way to discard this, that's pretty cool. I can also just quickly get to it. Well, kinda. On the play, and my opponent's commander costs more than mine. That's a huge plus. What does this do? Saplings. Alright. I'm just gonna run Mox out for no reason. Wow, no attack. Alright. This, that. We have all the mana in the world. Mono black ramp. Let's roll. Absolutely degeneracy. Or absolute degeneracy. Oh no! The best red card ever. This is also really good. Yep. Is it better than this? Well, I don't know how it isn't, so. Both of these are annoying. Actually, this stops my Reezug, but Obnixilis is very annoying, so. No. They have the red Meat Hook Massacre, not enough mana. Well, they can get it if they swing. I wouldn't be upset to see... Okay. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not really upset at all at this here. What is the best card in my deck? I'll have 5 mana, because I don't have a Mox mana anymore. This is a life-linking threat. Dread Presence is actually pretty good here. Yeah, this is a weird thing to do. I think I'm actually going to get this. I like this. I could have gotten something that discards Gristlebrand, but I didn't. Let's kill this. Wait. Maybe we draw. Nah, let's just do this. So I reanimate... Is this Planeswalker too? No, it's just creature. Alright, so they can eat my only target. Yeah, alright, so there was no merit in discarding Gristlebrand because the rat would have eaten it. So that actually was wise for me to avoid. There's literally only one card. There you go. But I get to reanimate, like, just a random card then. Tragic. What's that last card you got? Oh. Alright. Kind of sad. Let's play Reezug again. And, yep. So what happens when this dies? Equal to its power? Okay, so I just get a squirrel. It's not really exciting. Okay, so play this and... Yeah, it puts them on a clock in the air that is difficult to interact with. I'm facing the consequences of not playing a drawing off that swamp, I guess. But certainly possible. I could literally just take it. In fact, they really can't swing at me because they don't want me to mill a giant threat, right? So there's actually... We're actually sitting real pretty right now. Till they find a way to sacrifice a bunch of creatures to this. Then we're not sitting too pretty. Here I will probably kill this reflection so they don't top deck something completely like ridiculous. Can't copy legendaries. Okay, you copy a skeleton. And then I swing. Alright, Angel of Suffering is actually looking really good right now. Because we can't take damage. We take mill damage. Take damage in the form of mill. Black market connections. Alright, this hastens the clock a little bit here. By kind of a lot, actually. I'm not motivated or convinced to kill anything. This is actually the second time recently someone had a forge and they never swung with the token. That's actually really funny. I'm always finding a position to like make it so that's just not great. Okay, speaking of great draws, that was pretty decent. It is taxing on my life total to use it though, and they can always just eat whatever I put in the first go anyways. Unless I mill into like a 2-drop, which doesn't seem reasonable, nor do I want to not have this up, so... Okay, now we're swinging. I mean, I'm just going to take it. Alright, thank you. They like Bajuka Bog or something? 5 damage? Everything dies except you. Alright, so no Reezug activation, Sag. But they gave me a huge graveyard, so could have been worse. Could have swung with the Guardian Idol, actually. But then I wouldn't be able to leave up my removal spell, so maybe that's still fine. We got Platinum Angel. Alright, yeah, there's not much. So if I did swing with the Guardian Idol, they would have been at... I think they paid 2 just now to draw a card, but they would have been at 5, and then I smacked another 3. Then they can't really do much. But one of my creatures has Flying, and the other has Menace, and they have a skeleton with no text on it. So yeah, that was actually an awesome showing for Angel of Suffering there. That was actually really nice. Cool. I don't know how good Bowmasters is, but we have an Arcane Signet, so who cares? I thought we got to play, I guess not. Oh, nope, we get to play. Cool. What? What? Rat Colony? Did I just instantly win because I drew this? Hold on. Did I just win? Is there just no recourse to Liliana? Okay, they're still doing... This is a really bad spot. I think, yeah, if we're ever going to just auto-win against something, it's definitely, yeah. This is a really not good position for my opponent. Please have a second land at least. Oh. I mean, I don't even need to keep doing this. I can actually just, like, do other things. It just doesn't matter. This game is over. This game is completely over. Yeah. It wasn't even getting any better either. I probably should keep this just because Extinction Event, which is kind of depressing, but like if they just mill a bunch of even stuff and I name even, I could just win. So this is one of the best cards in my deck against Garuda. That was a good draw, but it doesn't mean much if I don't draw lands. Oh. Oh, right. They played Fable Passage. Of course they have basics. Alright. Land would be excellent. My opponent doesn't know either. Fair enough. Oh, no. Alright. Discard spell. Didn't draw land. Alright, great. Probably went from maybe winning to now probably losing. I don't know if I play Reezug or not. I don't think I do. It is an even cost card, and Extinction Event is relevant, but we lost Extinction Event, so we've probably lost this game. They didn't play it as a spell! They didn't play it as a spell! I guess they played Solve the Equation to specifically find a land. That's actually kind of cute. I like that. I've never seen anyone do that before. Solve the equation for a land. Huh. You know what? I think I actually did that with the blue spell. The 7 mana one. I might have done that before, actually. Might have actually done that. Alright, so this isn't nearly as scary. Oh, it just completely whiffed. Okay, it added to my graveyard for my stuff here. You know what? I'll let you do it again at some point. That was really rough. I should kill this because there are like 4 or 5 clone spells in the game. And there's like another 2 or 3 blue flickers. So I probably should kill this. I wouldn't have minded playing these though. Again, they're actually even. Kind of trying to avoid that. Oh, look! It's the thing I said. Except I can do this. Oh, look, they had a flicker spell, too. Everything I said is what happened. Great. I need to kill that. So you... Or do I play Reezug now? Maybe I do play Reezug now, because it is something my opponent must deal with. Okay. Did they miss a land drop? They did miss a land drop. There's nothing to embalm right now. If they kill this, I recast it next turn. Okay, so they have a 4/4 Reezug? No, they just have a 1/3 Reezug. What does that do? Wait a minute. This isn't... Oh, this is a token. This is a token. So I can't... Oh, that's so stupid. Okay, so... Again with the missing land drop, so I'll just do this on token. That is a token, so it goes bye-bye car. And I guess I'll just make Ophiomancer, because you never know how important this snake could be. Could wind up being very relevant. As like a very difficult to deal with perpetual blocker or something like that. Well, it's not good that they didn't instantly choose. I don't really know what that means. Multiple extremely powerful options. Now I draw a land, of course. Alright, well, I mean, I'm just going to do this because I want to. They've been missing land drops, so it could very easily be a counterspell, which is kind of fine. Countering the backside of my threats just means I'm just going up in cards and advantages in my court. I believe I can still flip this. It is an artifact. And then when it flips back, it'll be an artifact. So, like, it isn't a token with no backside. This actually does, it does still act as a shield, a normal one. How many cards do I need, though? What is it? 8. An opponent, which we are at 8. Okay, we lose Reezug, fine. We get to flip Shieldred, though, right? Like, this is actually pretty cool. Okay, so I just... Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna do it. And then I play you, sure. Okay, maybe I lied. Maybe I lied. Because it's not a saga. Oh, look at that. That's the weirdest looking thing I've seen. What did my opponent do? They made some 3/3s, and they're all odd. Oh, that's weird. It splits it. Yeah, it doesn't get counters because it's not an enchantment. Tragic. Ward and... Oh, they exile my graveyard, so I probably should kill this one. Is it reasonable to go for the combo? I don't have a graveyard currently. You know what? Let's... I'm going to kill this because I don't want to lose my graveyard. And I'm going to play you. And I'm going to play you. And I'm not going to swing. We just have like a parked removal spell. Wait, what? I feel like they could have used this a little bit better. Like Gonti, maybe? I don't believe this is that good, but I guess my opponent does. I just don't agree with that. They're not even doing it? I'm confused. Okay. So they did this and then didn't activate it. And they have Ward pay 2 life twice. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna threaten this. And I guess I'll play Palladium Mirror. My opponent has, like, ever since they cast Garuda, have not found a land, which is kind of funny. I just discard you, because it's not really doing much. Alright, we know what they drew for the turn. Does that change anything? Odd is the least of the color, right? They have more evens than odds, so the 7th land doesn't do too much here. And apparently it doesn't do anything. Mill 5, then exile my graveyard. Okay. So unless there's an answer to this Twilight Prophet, they are just dead to the enchantment combo. I think, right? 6, 7, 8. Oh yeah, I have plenty of mana to do both. So they need some kind of removal or counter or something. Again, no lands in hand, so... Alright, looks like we just win then. They were really dedicated on trying to, what seems like, gum up the board and then make it so Reezug is useless by milling me. This mills 10 at a time, but that's still, what, 7 turns or 5 to 6 turns? Like, this is probably not worth your resources, in my opinion. But, alas, my opponent went for it. It could just be maybe the best thing they could have. Alright, yeah. They probably see that they're dead to some kind of exquisite blood combo, or they're just dead to what, in this instance, is the strongest card in my deck. That would cost 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so anything. Like Gristlebrand I could just play. But, yeah, I would get the combo here. There's no recourse. I bop them, and then we'd get the loop and win. It is over. And if it wasn't over, I ended it anyways. Okay, this is a really good opener, but Ayurberber is kind of spooky. Speaking of spooky, Sand is actually really weak once I take this Bolas's Citadel. It's like not good at all. Yeah, you can have this. I don't care at all. That is yeah, that is great. I will just kill that and set it to casting cost of 5. Do I play Bowmasters? Hold on. No, I don't play Bowmasters. Thanks, land. I really appreciate it. Oh, man. There's 40 lands in here. Or 39 or something. Thanks, game. We have things to discard, so fine. Get rid of Lamia here. Lamia, whatever. Oh, come on. Well, they discarded a removal spell, so maybe Reezug can actually block or something. Breach is a little out there, so they can go away. Alright, we'll play this. They discarded another removal spell. That's really funny. Okay. Sure. That was an all-in attack. I guess I play Bowmasters. Why not? Exile a creature card. Okay. So there's currently one. Alright, we're both kind of at nothing. Actually, no, hold on. Hold on. I have things. Okay, alright, alright. This is really not great, but it can become great. It can become great. So what do we mill into our graveyard here? 5 or less. I mean, it's always a take, right? Like, why? In what world do I not choose that? Okay, how does this work? You sack a creature and draw, so they never really want to do that. They can kind of race me, but they also kind of can't because Shieldred is very good. And I have a Crux of Fate anyways, so I guess I'll just chump this turn cycle and then cast Crux, and my opponent will probably just concede. If I had to guess. But maybe they don't. Who knows? They do get to draft something. It's not nothing. I don't have enough mana to also Reezug Bowmasters, but that wouldn't really do anything anyways, so. They got Witch's Cauldron. Fair enough. Or, yeah, Witch's Cauldron. Gotcha. Alright, so I'm gonna pull ahead pretty fast here. And Shieldred has no real sack trigger because they have this reassembling skeleton. So I might as well just cast it. Because it's never actually going to do its thing, right? Like, they have a reassembling skeleton. It's very easy to avoid this indefinitely. So it's just a 4/5. But they have a weird card draw engine. If they add another card to their graveyard, or this gets stuck in the graveyard, we can flip Shieldred. Alright. Sure. Yep. Too many removal spells, there's nothing they can do. Alright, so I like this a lot more than Geth. There is a downside. You don't get the card for free, or for 3 mana, because Geth puts it at 3 with the activation cost. This doesn't do that. So, like, if you want Gristlebrand, you still got to pay 8 mana, which is completely insane. Very unfortunate, but it's still pretty cool with the mid-rangey stuff. Shieldred the Apocalypse as an artifact is completely ridiculous. This is usually the go-to target before anything. If I can do that, this is what I do. With Bowmasters maybe being like a close second or something, but Reezug with that is great. I never really got the Platinum Angel going, which is kind of sad, but I would argue Angel of Suffering is like a better Platinum Angel in a lot of instances for this commander. And it costs 2 less. So I can more reasonably get this. And once this is an artifact, your opponent has to like really be careful when they swing at you, because you're going to start milling like crazy. And when you do, your Reezug now has other targets. once they start doing that. And that wound up being pretty interesting. This card is such a sleeper. It's like a dollar mythic. I've never seen anyone play it. The only reason it's in here is because I saw it scrolling across every card in the game for what I should do for Reezug. I'm like, oh, this looks interesting. Let me throw that in there. I can't say I would have crafted it had I not already had one too. So that's actually, it lined up really nicely. This card is very good for Reezug specifically. So that was nice. Liliana the Veil, not big on this, but just like Geth, if we can utilize the discard more, I do like it. Right? Sometimes it's just weird, like, you have to accept that sometimes you will not activate your Liliana of the Veil. This is just the nature of this Planeswalker. It's kind of the only Planeswalker ever that behaves in that manner, but sometimes you do not plus it, and you just have to finagle and figure out when that is, and sometimes that's something you just might have to get used to, and if you're not into that, then you don't need this, right? It's not that necessary, but it's alright, I guess. Especially in Dark Ritual turn 1 range. It's pretty good there. The mana rocks are great, right? Just like Geth, you can still play a normal game of Magic and then get to Reezug later and whatever, and be kind of fine. If the self-mill strategy wasn't good for Geth, it's worse here because it's just as inconsistent, but now I'm still looking for normal gameplay patterns that don't involve reanimating stuff cheaply, because now I can't do it for 3 mana at all. So if the mill wasn't good then, it's definitely not good here. But yeah, everything was pretty cool. All the unique cards that this could play, like Doom Whisperer and stuff, was just really cool with Reezug. I really like this commander. I don't think it's very strong at all. It pitted me against some weird commanders I've never seen before, which probably means we're in like dumpster land, right? So if you like playing in the dumpster, it's still fun, right? And it's not like you're trying to climb and play competitive or anything like that. I like this. I would recommend it as a jank mono black thing, much more than Geth by like a lot. So I'll leave it there. No crazy 10-minute outro. Let me know what you thought about Reezug here. And yeah, like, comment, subscribe. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.